Birmingham, Alabama, where the Giants will play the Cardinals in the first Major League game to be played in that stadium. Overnight, the Giants chairman saying Mays had a profound influence not only on the game of baseball, but on the fabric of America. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Willie Mays was 93. He once said he'd like to be remembered as someone who enjoyed people and made a positive influence.
And coming up now on Good Morning Northwest, the Franklin County Administrator asking to be let out of his contract with the county. We have the details.
Why fines are being implemented if you publicly comment on potential pot shops being opened in West Richland, the debate we've been tracking for months. We have the latest.
Also, new developments in the missing person and missing 2-year-olds case that's drawn statewide attention.
And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jill Sperling. It is 6 o'clock on Wednesday, June 19th. And yes, it is Juneteenth. There will be activities happening at Kurtzman Park today.
Yes, there will be. And can you believe the first day of summer is tomorrow?
Nope.
This
Can't
year's
believe
kind of flown by.
It really has.
I don't even know. It was just January. That's what I feel like it was. Well, we're getting some summer temperatures, and we might be getting more. We'll check in with meteorologist Tiffany Savona to see what kind of temperatures we're seeing now and later today. Hey, Tiffany.
Good morning to the both of you. Today will be a good 8 to 10 degrees warmer than yesterday, and as summer begins tomorrow, we can welcome in those 90s all across the Pacific Northwest. So heating up as we head into the summer season. Right now we're taking a live look at our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. This will be a busy camera later on this evening as the Dust Devils will be taking on the Vancouver Canadians, and they lost both their games yesterday. So hopefully they can turn it around and get a win for us today. Temperatures right now are in the 40s. It's 45 in the Tri-Cities, 47 Walla Walla, 47 in Hermiston, 46 in Prosser, 48 in Yakima. Our average low this time of year, lower 50s. So this is quite chilly for it being the end of June. Now the winds are light out of the north, 5 to about 10 miles per hour, and they'll stay pretty light throughout the day today. Here's your forecast for Juneteenth, and we do have that event going on at Kurtzman Park, like Jill and Jessica just mentioned. It runs from 11 to 1 o'clock. At 11, temperatures will be right around 73 and then rising to 80 degrees. Lots of sunshine. Bring the sunglasses with you. It's just going to be a beautiful day. Warmer than yesterday, though. You will notice that warmth. 86 degrees. And like I mentioned, 90s return tomorrow. If you're going to the Dust Devils game, we'll have that forecast for you and also have the 7-day coming up in a little bit. Ladies, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. In developing news, the Franklin County Administrator is asking to be let out of his contract with the county. The announcement comes amid an ongoing criminal investigation into several elected county officials.
This happened yesterday at the end of a special meeting for the Board of Commissioners.
I move to acknowledge that the county administrator has approached the board about severing the administrator's current employment contract. The administrator will be on paid time off, or PTO, to allow the parties sufficient time to execute an amicable agreement.
Mike Gonzalez was not at the county commissioners meeting yesterday morning. He has been with the county since March of 2023. Gonzalez was granted whistleblower protections in January of this year after he reported what he believed to be misconduct by Franklin County officials. That triggered an investigation into Chairman Rocky Mullen, Commissioner Clint Didier, and Auditor Matt Beaton. Some of the people involved in the investigation are being accused of witness tampering, criminal conspiracy, and official misconduct. The case has been forwarded to the Snohomish County Prosecutor's Office for possible charges.
We reached out to Mike Gonzalez about his asking to be let out of his contract. He says he can't comment much about the situation, but tells us, quote, "I appreciate the opportunity to lead Franklin County. I accomplished a lot during my time. I want to thank the commissioners for the opportunity, and we'll continue to keep you updated."
In a follow-up now, as the city of West Richland considers allowing retail cannabis sales within city limits. Now, we've been tracking the debate over this for months. Many people have made their voices heard at West Richland City Council meetings during that time.
But Monday night, during a special meeting, attendees were told that they would not be allowed to comment on pot shops anymore because there's an advisory vote coming up in August.
State law does prohibit the use of public facilities to support or oppose ballot issues. That law does apply to citizen comment during public meetings. As we are aware, that's a limited public forum for First Amendment purposes. We are allowed to impose viewpoint neutral regulations that are reasonable in light of the purpose.
If people do make comments on the upcoming vote for pot shops during public comment time, there could be fines, and those fines range from $5,000 or being prosecuted by the state. And those fines are not on the citizen, they'll actually be on the city for allowing the use of the facility for promotion or opposition.
U.S. Congressman Dan Newhouse, who serves Washington's 4th District, was invited to see a men's recovery house in Kennewick yesterday.
Our very own Austin Reed was there and says the big takeaway from that visit is the need for more funding to keep places like this running.
Yeah, definitely people who have been through it.
Welcome to the Seasons for Home. It's a sober living house on Hood Avenue in Kennewick. It's for men struggling with drugs, alcohol, and/or mental health disorders.
The whole recovery field, Dan has always been a big proponent. He formed the fentanyl task force, which I have the pleasure to be able to serve on, but a lot of great impactful stuff going on here locally.
On Tuesday afternoon, the representative got a tour of the home where 15 men learn how to live without the substances that brought them here in the first place.
Jason Bliss has been a great part of that, contributing member, and he invited me here to see firsthand what's going on. And, you know, like the old saying, a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Newhouse and Executive Director Jason Bliss discussed the importance of recovery housing for addicts in both the Tri-Cities and Yakima.
I, too, am a man in long-term recovery. Been in recovery for over 14 years. Had a love affair, if you will, with various different stimulants. It all started in college back in New York.
Newhouse's visit comes on the heels of the topic of discussion at his most recent Central Washington Fentanyl Task Force meeting.
I'm just totally blown away about seeing the efforts that are being put forth to help people in need. From veterans to just regular people.
And Bliss says homes like his are crucial, and more funding is always needed, because another area of focus for them is to help veterans who are struggling with addiction.
From the overwhelming homeless population to crime to the fentanyl overdose, a lot of light is shined on that part of it. Don't get me wrong, the pendulum is definitely starting to swing with the graduations from our therapeutic courts, the graduations from our drug courts. We just need to keep that momentum going.
Newhouse says he will take what he learned and help where he can.
And we're tracking new developments in a missing persons case that's drawn statewide attention. 21-year-old Nadia Cole disappeared from SeaTac Airport May 29th, shortly after graduating from WSU. Investigators initially said she and 21-year-old Aaron Ong may have driven to Mexico with Ong's 2-year-old daughter, who was supposed to be returned to her mother on June 3rd.
There is an arrest warrant out for Ong, who was also last seen on May 29th. Yesterday, investigators from the FBI joined Moscow and Pullman police officers to search a home that belongs to Ong's parents. Information is still limited. Pullman police say they got a search warrant, but no one was arrested. Nadia Cole and 2-year-old Soraya Harmon are still considered missing.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, the weather is only heating up as we get closer to summer, which starts tomorrow. And although it's important for everyone to protect themselves, a new study shows it's more important for those with diabetes.
When we come back, we look at the ways you or someone you know can manage diabetes in the heat.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in too. I am in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be here.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and donating $1,000 to their favorite charities. To nominate someone who's making a difference in Benton and Franklin counties, just click on Volunteers Count at applevalleynewsnow.com.
The Honda you want is here, driving the moment with the rugged and capable Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Find your adventure with great offers now available on the Honda you want. all from the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Next live, Jada Pinkett Smith and Cooking with Jesse James Decker. And let's celebrate. Kelly and Mark are Emmy winners for Best Daytime Talk Series host.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Audiologist Jennifer Wright is now caring for patients of all ages at Prosser Ear, Nose, and Throat Center. Her services include audiological evaluations, hearing aid fittings, pediatric testing, cochlear implants, and more. The effects of hearing loss can often be minimized with the correct diagnoses and proper treatment. To schedule an appointment with audiologist Jennifer Wright, call Prosser Ear, Nose, and Throat Center at 509-786-5599 today. This is how we care.
Hey, Tri-Cities! It's Eric the Peanut Guy with your Tri-City Dust Devils. I never thought I'd say this, but Friday, June 21st, the first 500 fans will receive Eric the Peanut Guy replica socks. Come rock your socks off! It's also Family Feast Night with $2 hot dogs, soft drinks, and more, both thanks to Gisa Credit Union. Saturday the 22nd, we'll have a post-game fireworks show thanks to Columbia Basin Hearing Center. Visit the official ticket site at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
Hi, I'm Catherine Fortner. We just finished building this dream deck for one of our best customers, and we get everything we need from Par. With Shauna's help.
Everything from design to delivery.
Par, go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dam Plaza.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest and your health headlines. As the weather heats up, it's important for people to protect themselves from the rising temperatures, but even more so for the 38 million Americans who have diabetes.
Experts say people who are diabetic can actually feel the heat more than people who aren't. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has ways to manage diabetes in the heat.
Extreme heat can be hard on everyone, but experts say it's especially dangerous for those with diabetes.
Patients with diabetes have to be really careful in the heat to really think even more than they normally do about the direction of their blood sugar.
Dr. Bithika Thompson with Mayo Clinic says sweating can make you dehydrated, which affects the body's ability to normalize blood sugar. In a diabetic patient, that can make sugar levels in the blood get dangerously low or high.
So it's kind of a slippery slope there where it makes you quite ill.
Thompson says those with diabetes can protect against extreme heat, check blood sugar levels often, maintain good hydration, stay indoors during the hottest part of the day, but make sure you're still getting some physical activity.
You need to have a plan to keep yourself active because you don't want to get through the summer months without any significant activity and have that, be a risk to you and your overall health with your diabetes.
Heat can also affect diabetes supplies, equipment, and medication too. Thompson says to make sure you don't keep them in a hot car, follow instructions from a doctor or on the label on how to store it. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The CDC says those with diabetes shouldn't let the heat stop them from taking supplies or medication when they go out. Instead, experts say to keep insulin and other medicines in a cooler if you're traveling. However, they say not to put insulin directly on ice or on a gel pack.
And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, your favorite TV shows could be coming to life in the form of shops and restaurants.
Ooh.
We'll tell you what we're talking about when we come back.
But first, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your first alert full forecast. We'll be right back.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Everyone in this house is a liar, and they will do anything to keep their family name a secret.
I'm here to win.
Because hiding your claim to fame is the name of the game.
My celebrity relative.
Won an Oscar.
An athlete.
An icon.
Claim to Fame, July 10th on ABC and stream on Hulu.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus in Kennewick, now accepting new patients for primary care. We offer patient-specific solutions for physical, mental, and emotional health concerns. You'll receive quality one-on-one time with our medical professionals and experienced support team. Begin your new health plan with today's best technologies and facilities for the whole family. Play hard, live well at the PC. Call us at 509-783-5465 today.
Here comes the sun. Get moving with a new car from Overturf Kia. The new 2024 Kia Sportage gives you 3 great ways to save fuel. Available with fuel-efficient gas engine, a gas-electric hybrid, or as a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. A new 2024 Kia Sportage with all-wheel drive starts at just $30,990. Plus, get 1.9% interest for up to 48 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
The fight over a wind farm on Horse Heaven Hills heats up.
The power from the dams is fully committed.
Meet the man whose company hopes to build the turbines.
With the governor's help, we should be able to create a reasonable sized project.
The battle over wind power. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Next ET.
Eddie, Hercules.
ET Vault Unlocked Eddie Murphy. 5 decades of never-before-seen interviews.
It's dynamite.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at AppleValleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We made it to the middle of the work week. I know a lot of you probably have today off, and the weather is going to be great if you have any outdoor activities plans. Of course, it is Juneteenth. Never too early to look at the weekend forecast, right? Last weekend, you won't forget that. It was beautiful. Wasn't a little bit on the cool side, 60s and 70s. That's what we saw for high temperatures. This weekend, much different story. It's the first weekend of the summer season, and it's going to feel like summer with highs in the 80s and 90s across the board. This morning, we're starting off with wall-to-wall sunshine as we take a live look over Giza Stadium in Pasco, and the Dust Devils will be back in action this evening, and we'll have that forecast coming up in just a minute. It's still on the chilly side, though. It's 45 in Tri-Cities, 47 in Walla Walla, 47 in Hermiston, 48 degrees in Pendleton, 47 in Connell, and 48 degrees in Yakima. But at the top of the hour, we'll likely jump into the 50s. So temperatures rise pretty quickly in the mornings due to that dry air in place and due to all this sunshine. Winds are out in the north today, and they'll stay between 5 and about 10 miles per hour. So light winds, high pressure in control. Not a cloud in the sky. Any clouds are up toward northeast Washington and into Spokane. We will stay sunny today, and we'll warm things up. We'll be about 8 to 10 degrees warmer than what we saw and what it felt like outside yesterday. Temperatures climbing to around 86 in the Tri-Cities. The average high in the Tri-Cities, 84. So we're going to be right on par for this time of year. 87 in Hermiston, 82 in Walla Walla, 83 in Toppenish. In Yakima, you should climb to 84 degrees. Here's the forecast for the baseball game this evening. First pitch is at 7 o'clock. Bring the shades and the hats because temperatures will be around 85 degrees at the start of the game and then fall pretty quickly. So you may even need that sweatshirt because temperatures will be dropping into the lower 70s once we approach sunset, which is just before 9 o'clock. We'll see increasing clouds tonight, so it won't be quite as chilly as it has been. We're talking about more 50s on the map at this time tomorrow morning. 52 in the Tri-Cities, 52 Walla Walla, 54 at Hanford, 55 Moses Lake, and 51 degrees in Yakima. Tomorrow, summer begins and the 90s return. How fitting is that? 92 in the Tri-Cities, 92 in Hermiston, 88 Walla Walla, upper 80s along the rest of the foothills of the Blues, and then we'll keep it in the upper 80s in the Yakima and Kittitas Valleys, 89 in Yakima, 89 Toppenish, 85 degrees in Ellensburg. So our full moon for the month of June, called the Strawberry Moon, it'll be full Friday night, but it's still going to appear full before and after. So it'll appear full as early as Thursday night. The moon will rise Thursday at 8:20. It'll rise Friday at 9:24, and the sky should be mainly clear. So it'll be a great opportunity to view the full strawberry moon, and the moon is going to be very low on the horizon, so it'll appear a bit bigger. It may even have a little bit of an orangish tint to it as well. Your 7-day forecast showing that we have great weather for any outdoor events today for Juneteenth. Tomorrow, summer officially begins during the afternoon. Saturday looking like the hottest day, 96, and then we'll get more wind on Sunday with our front, and temperatures come down a little bit, closer to average by early next week. 84 today in Yakima, 89 tomorrow, and we have 90s on tap Friday, Saturday. Walla Walla 82 today, close to 90 tomorrow, 90s officially in the forecast Friday, Saturday. And in Hermiston, 87 today, lots of sunshine, 92 tomorrow, 94 Friday, 96 Saturday. Jessica and Joe, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. Check this out now. So Netflix is looking to expand its presence from the digital world to the real world.
The streaming service is opening massive entertainment venues in Dallas and suburban Philadelphia. They're called Netflix houses, and they're more than 100,000 square feet.
So inside, visitors will find elaborate experiences, themed gift shops, and restaurants based on Netflix content. Netflix has promised to recreate the Glass Bridge Challenge from the series Squid Games at one of them.
Ooh, it's a diversifying move for the media giant as profits in video streaming are becoming less reliable. Some analysts worry it will be tough to attract repeat business unless the attractions are refreshed regularly.
They would need to keep it up with the different shows that come out all the time. Yeah. Is there a show that you would like to see, like a themed shop or restaurant?
I haven't watched a lot of Netflix, but I will say that I do love reality TV. And Love is Blind is a fun one. So it would be really cool to go experience the pods. Maybe people could have conversations with strangers.
Oh, that'd be funny to see like your husband on the other side and talk to them and be like, would I have been interested in that? That would have been fun. That'd be funny. I think I would like to see like Bridgerton themed things.
Ooh,
I just finished the new episodes yesterday. So good. So something like that would be cool.
Yeah. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, we meet a Chow Chow Husky mix that's up for adoption.
You don't want to miss this week's cutie for Operation Best Friend. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Navigating a real estate transaction can be overwhelming, from finding the right property to navigating the closing process. That's why a successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. An in-house marketing team to maximize your home's exposure, transaction coordinators to ensure accuracy throughout the transaction, and a network of local industry experts. With Windermere on your side, you can have peace of mind and confidence in your real estate journey.
Celebrate Independence Day the Tri-Cities way. The River of Fire Festival is back Thursday, July 4th. It's a blast with something for everyone. Free admission and free parking. Kids Zone, Food Truck Alley, plus live music on 2 stages. Park entrance closes at 9 p.m. and the legendary River of Fire fireworks show starts at 10. The River of Fire, presented by Giza Credit Union and these sponsors. The annual River of Fire 2024, Thursday, July 4th.
Hey, Tri-Cities! It's Eric the Peanut Guy with your Tri-City Dust Devils. I never thought I'd say this, but Friday, June 21st, the first 500 fans will receive Eric the Peanut Guy replica socks. Come rock your socks off! It's also Family Feast Night with $2 hot dogs, soft drinks, and more, both thanks to Giza Credit Union. Saturday the 22nd, we'll have a post-game fireworks show thanks to Columbia Basin Hearing Center. Visit the official ticket site at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Well, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It is time for Operation Best Friend.
The best part of the week, and we're featuring a Chow Chow Husky mix this week named Grant, and he's currently at the Pitbull Pen. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Haley. I'm here with the Pitbull Pen, and I've got Grant with me today. Grant is a Chow Chow Husky mix, along with a couple of other breeds thrown in there. He's 3 years old, and he's been with us for almost a year. Grant is probably one of the most unique and intelligent dogs we have ever had at the shelter. He is bursting with personality. He's goofy, he's sassy, he is kind of a weirdo. He constantly has us all laughing. He has somehow managed to amass a little fan club amongst the volunteers. So he's really a favorite at the shelter. His absolute favorite thing is to be just chased around. He looks a little ridiculous when he gets the zoomies because of all the fluff, but he loves it. He can be a little bit people selective. He can be shy at first. Some people he does perfectly fine with right off the bat, and others it just takes him a little bit of time to warm up. But he does bond very, very deeply and would absolutely be probably the most unforgettable companion you've ever had. He is also a flight risk, so he does need at least a 6-foot fence and probably a GPS collar at all times, and he does not do well with cats. He would potentially like to have a canine companion, but as always, that is pending a meet and greet with your dogs in your family. He does not do toys. Honestly, his favorite thing is just being chased around. He is so silly and so goofy. You would be in for a lifetime of laughs with him. And if you adopt Grant, you'll be getting a $50 gift card to Paw's Natural Pet Emporium, so you can continue to spoil him with everything that he loves, just as he's been getting at the shelter.
Okay, Grant sounds a lot like me. He's goofy, he's weird, he's shy at first.
A little bit of a weirdo.
And he needs GPS. Perfect.
There you go. You'll have to call them up.
I also like $50 gift cards to be spoiled with.
There you go.
Well, Grant's a cutie, so please go adopt him if you're looking for a pet.
Yes, and coming up on Good Morning Northwest, the federal government releases a report formally acknowledging that building dams on the Snake and Columbia Rivers hurt tribes in the region. We have that report.
Plus, today is Juneteenth. It's a day to commemorate the end of slavery in the U.S. We'll tell you how local celebrations are aiming to give back to the community.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
I'm Eduardo Morfin. Morfin Law Firm thanks you for 5 years of support. Remember, when choosing an attorney, select a local attorney that supports your local community.
With the latest looks arriving monthly, there's always something new to love at Furniture Row, like the Krisha Sleeper Sectional. Boasting luxurious comfort, several layouts, and 2 colors, the Krisha elevates any home with stylish practicality. Or dine on the Traverse City with a weathered chestnut finish and book-matched pattern. This rustic contemporary set is great for gatherings of any size. And for your bedroom, the Levita features a cool natural look with simulated live-edge cuts and a casual contemporary appeal. Find these fresh new looks and more now at Furniture Row.
No matter how he got here, how alone she feels, how they've struggled to support their best friend. What's important is this moment, when they reached out and said, I can't do this alone. And we said, that's okay. we'll figure it out together. If you or a loved one needs support, our trained counselors can help you too. 988, anywhere, anytime.
Watch me. Watch me tumble, jump, and soar. When our squad is on point, we own the floor. Dazzling stunts and dances are my jam. Pain once caused issues, but they had a plan. A life-changing brace with no surgery to fear. Activity without limits, one more reason to cheer. Watch me. Industry-leading scoliosis treatment at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
Meet the man promoting wind power on Horseheaven Hills. Apple Valley News Now tonight.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, Pacific Power held a forum in Yakima talking about what they're doing to lower fire risks, this amid the wildfire season.
The federal government acknowledging for the first time how building dams on the Snake and Columbia Rivers hurts tribes in the Pacific Northwest.
And today is Juneteenth, a day to commemorate the end of slavery in the U.S. We have how the community is celebrating the holiday.
And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jill Sperling. It is Wednesday, June 19th. And Jessica, we've had a lot of kind of ups and downs in our weather lately, from a cool down to heat up, and now it sounds like things are going to be kind of warm. I can't even make up
my mind. I like the cool down, and then I want a warm up. So
yeah. As soon as you experience one, you want the other.
I know. I'm just Goldilocks with my weather, and hopefully we have some Goldilocks type weather today. We'll check in now with our meteorologist, Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, give us some good news.
We have lots of good news if you like the heat that is. Today is going to be a bit warmer compared to yesterday, but still not as hot as what we're forecasting this upcoming weekend. So great weather if you have any outdoor activities planned today, or if you're going to any celebrations for Juneteenth today as well. Dust Devil Skycam in Pasco showing that we have lots of blue sky out there. The sun is shining bright all across the region, but it's a bit on the chilly side. We have temperatures in the 40s. We should be in the lower 50s in the mornings for this time of year. So we're down to 45 in Tri-Cities, 47 in Hermiston, 48 in Pendleton, 49 in Toppenish, and 41 in Ellensburg. But at the top of the hour, these numbers will likely jump well into the 50s. So we warm up pretty quickly this time of year with all that dry air in place. Winds are light out of the north, anywhere between 3 and about 10 miles per hour, and winds will stay on the light side today. Lots of sunshine in Yakima, up to 58 by 8 o'clock, 70s at noon, 84 for your high. Tri-Cities, 56, 77 at noon, 86 degrees by 5. Great weather for the Juneteenth Day of Service in Pasco at Kurtzman Park. Walla Walla starting off in the 50s at 8 and then rising into the lower 80s. Tomorrow is the first day of summer. We have 90s returning. We'll let you know how long they last, and we'll talk about when we'll see our latest sunset of the year and how long it lasts coming up in a bit. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. And it is wildfire season, and yesterday's Pacific Power held a customer forum in Yakima to talk about what they're doing to lower fire risks. And that could include shutting down your power during extreme fire weather.
Their in-house meteorologists talked about the weather technology they use to map out fire risks based on current and predicted weather conditions. They have 454 weather stations throughout their territory of 1 million square miles that's monitored 24/7. They also talked about when fire risks are very high, there may be preventative power shutdowns. They said that hasn't happened in Washington state. However, they have had to de-energize live lines.
So how many, emergency de-energizations have occurred in Yakima so far this year? There's been 7 de-energizations year to date. Some of those have been really big, where we've had a 40,000 customer de-energization where it lasted 4 hours. Some of them have been really small, where it's only impacted 43 customers for 2 hours. We had one this last Saturday, right? 10,000 acre wildfire. where we de-energized, restoration took 10 hours, 14 hours.
So the company studies all the data from their wildfire risk modeling tools and work to mitigate what they can. One tactic they take is called system hardening. This part of the plan involves insulating bare wires so they won't be as much of a fire threat, installing fire-resistant poles, and when possible, also moving wires underground.
They also talked about fire safety measures customers should take. One is to have an emergency plan in place so you and your family know where to meet in case of a fire. They recommend you have a hard copy. Don't rely on your phone of emergency phone numbers and medical information.
Finally, they recommend having an emergency kit ready to go. The kit should include a 2 to 3 week supply of food and water, also a first aid kit, backup medications, toys and comfort items if you have kids, pet food and a leash or kennel, and items for any vulnerable loved ones like a walker or a cane, also hearing aids or medical equipment.
The federal government released a report yesterday formally acknowledging for the first time how building dams on the Snake and Columbia Rivers hurt tribes in the Pacific Northwest. The report says the dams devastated salmon runs, flooded villages and burial grounds, and are still, to this day, limiting treaty fishing rights. The report also has recommendations about how the federal government can take action in the future to address those impacts. Today is Juneteenth. It is a day to commemorate the end of slavery in the U.S. And organizers of local Juneteenth celebrations have chosen to spend the day giving back to the community. It's the Juneteenth Day of Service with free haircuts, clothing, and food donations given out at Kurtzman Park in Pasco. The event runs from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
And if you're planning on spending your Juneteenth holiday at Memorial Aquatic Park in Pasco, you'll have to make some new plans. The Pasco Parks and Recreation Department says the pool has been temporarily closed for a review of safety protocols. The department says the safety and well-being of its guests is the top priority. No word on how long this closure will last, and before announcing the closure, the department said there were technical issues with the pool heater, and the small pool would be closed for the rest of the week. Prorated credits or refunds will be issued for the missed lessons. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, a local public school system is working to improve their mental health services.
Riley Fitzgerald will be in to tell us about the new positions they're looking to add. Keep it here. We'll be right back.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at AppleValleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps.
The 4th of July sale at Furniture Row is on now, and the savings are explosive. Best of all, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, or 5 years, no interest financing. The 4th of July sale on now at Furniture Row.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Pasco's Grand Ole 4th of July celebration begins Saturday morning, June 29th at 8 a.m. with the Family Bike Ride. July 4th Thursday fun begins at Memorial Park with the Kiwanis Breakfast at 7 and the Grand Ole 4th of July Parade at 10. The Camp Patriot Show and Shine at noon with a cardboard regatta at 1, and the free Grand Ole 4th of July Fireworks Show is at Pasco Sporting Complex at 10 that evening. More activities info at PascoGO4.com. That's PascoGO4.com.
Researching childhood vaccines often feels like this.
When T lymphocytes recognize antigens.
They're lying to us. Vaccines are just another plot to make money.
The most important thing parents should know about vaccines is...
Accept my cookies. Sign up for the newsletter. Sorry, you've reached your free article limit.
There's a simpler way to get answers. Visit vaccinesmartwa.org.
If your family is anything like this, you need quality floors from Empire Today. Like durable carpet with built-in stain and pet protection, tough wood laminate with a scratch-resistant finish, or waterproof vinyl plank floors. Even bath time is no match. And when life happens, Empire backs every floor with great warranties. Quality floors you can count on. Save $350 on your next project. Call this special number now.
1-844-254-8536.
The 4th of July sale at Furniture Row is on now, and the savings are explosive. Best of all, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, or 5 years, no interest financing. The 4th of July sale on now at Furniture Row.
The fight over a wind farm on Horse Heaven Hills heats up.
The power from the dams is fully committed.
Meet the man whose company hopes to build the turbines.
With the governor's help, we should be able to create a reasonable sized project.
The battle over wind power. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Next live, Jada Pinkett Smith and Cooking with Jesse James Decker. And let's celebrate. Kelly and Mark are Emmy winners for Best Daytime Talk Series host.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In College Place, the school district is hoping to enhance its mental health services. Our Riley Fitzgerald joins us live this morning.
Good morning, Riley. So what form will those enhancements come in?
Well, good morning, you two. College Place Public Schools is adding a full-time licensed mental health therapist along with a second full-time school counselor at Davis Elementary School. This comes after the addition of a second counselor at College Place High School. School administration says the soft launch of the program last year already brought along great results for students' mental health support, and Superintendent Jim Fry says the mental health crisis for local youth is alarming and disheartening, and he says it makes the work they do that much more important.
Well, with individuals, and I'm seeing some faces, transformational, life-saving, life-altering.
Regardless of a student's insurance or any other barrier to getting help, Superintendent Jim Fry says students should have access to mental health resources because he says he's seen firsthand how these resources have saved and changed lives.
There was kids that were suicidal, and there were those who had actually made attempts, and through this intervention have seen them just find themselves again and really get back on the path of knowing how to handle and work through those challenges, the mental health challenges, with tools and strategies. And we know them, and we've wrapped our system around them. And it's just, I'm just overjoyed that when I see those kids and I go, like, a year ago, this student was in this place, and look at them now.
In College Place Public Schools, the district is focusing on both lower-tiered levels of support, like that of guidance counselors, and higher-tiered levels, like support from licensed therapists.
And we saw that we just had, we weren't reaching that population of students who were really needing that regular professional therapy that maybe they can't either afford on their own, or there was obstacles and barriers like transportation or things like that. And so bringing it on site made sense, and so we decided to just take that next step and bring it in full time for our kids here next school year.
These services will be available across all of the district's schools coming up in the fall. Superintendent Fry also says alongside those improvements to mental health resources last year, there were also major developments to school attendance. District-wide, there was a 13.5% increase, and Fry told me the elementary school saw a 25% increase in attendance. I'll send it back to you two.
Thank you, Riley. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, millions of Americans are under heat alerts this week, and this could affect households and businesses' bottom line.
When we come back, we look at those numbers. But first, meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have your first alert full forecast. She'll let you know how hot we're getting here. We'll be right back.
Boxing great Roy Jones Jr. is bringing another first to Legends Casino Hotel as WBF World Champion women's boxer Ikram Kura defends her title June 28th. And following a thrilling 10-round slugfest, India's Mandeep Jangra looks to keep his super lightweight belt in his stiffest challenge yet. Tickets start at just $40 and can be purchased at Ticketmaster.com or the Legends gift shop. Andrew Murphy will also be in attendance. Don't miss live pro boxing Friday, June 28th, only at Legends Casino Hotel.
The Honda you want is here. Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Civic. Which car and driver calls fun to drive? There's never been a better time to drive in the moment with Honda. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus, get 0 down and 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,800 off select Kubota tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Atomic Health pays me to do the in-home, I guess nursing or the things I do to help out, so we don't need a nurse. Meds, cooking, cleaning, getting them to doctor's appointments, picking up prescriptions, whatever else needs to be done. So at least once a month or whenever I need her, Sarah, or whatever nurse is available, comes to our house. If I have a worry that I'm not sure if he needs to go to the doctor, she comes and advises me and does an assessment and tells me if there's anything I need to do different, or I don't know that I could do this without him.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not. Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book, arriving in your mailbox this week. Save on all Pepsi and 7-Up brand 12-packs. Buy 2 and get 2 free. Save $6 on Mobil 1 5-quart full synthetic oil. Member price it is $22.99. Plus save $70 on an Avanti 7 cubic foot chest freezer. Member price it is $149.99. Save now with summer savings and more in our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your employee-owned membership store.
Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dam Plaza.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Can you believe that summer officially begins tomorrow exactly at 1:51 in the afternoon? And tomorrow will be the longest day in terms of daylight hours. So we will see 15 hours and 47 minutes to be exact of daylight tomorrow. And then after tomorrow, that number will start to come down just by a couple of seconds each day, but then it'll start to come down by minutes as we get deeper into the summer season. And we have the latest sunset of the year today. 8:52 will be the sunset this evening, and we'll have the 8:52 sunset last through the end of the month before those sunsets start to get earlier and earlier as we head through the summer and into the fall season. So enjoy the late sunsets while we have them. It's certainly nice this time of year. Dust Devil Skycam in Pasco showing sunny skies out there early on this Wednesday morning. Temperatures are on the chilly side. We're still in the 40s, but by 7 o'clock, these numbers will likely be well into the 50s. That's the good news. When you have this dry air in place, it cools efficiently. It also warms pretty efficiently. 45 in Tri-Cities, 47 in Walla Walla, 48 in Pendleton, 49 in Hanford, and 48 degrees in Yakima. The winds are light this morning. They're going to stay light all day today, even in the Kittitas Valley. So that is good news. Winds will be out of the north at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Satellite and radar showing that all is quiet, not only across Washington and Oregon, but even across the entire Pacific Northwest. High pressure in control of our weather. That's going to keep us dry, and temperatures are going to be warming up today. We'll be right around average. 84 is the average in Tri-Cities. We'll put it at 86 today, 87 in Hermiston, 82 in Walla Walla, 84 in Yakima. But this is still a good 8 to 10 degrees warmer than yesterday. So you'll definitely feel the heat building this afternoon. If you're off today, and I know a lot of you are, and you're going to be boating, well, the winds are going to be on the light side. Chance of rain at 0%. The water temperature still chilly in the 50s, and that UV index is going to be high. So you'll need that wide-brimmed hat, and you'll also need the sunscreen and the sunglasses. Be sure to reapply that sunscreen at least every 2 hours. Tonight, clouds will be increasing. Therefore, it's not going to be quite as chilly as it is this morning. We'll be down into the low and middle 50s out there, which is around average. So pretty average today, but then we jump above the average tomorrow as the 90s return for some of us. 92 Tri-Cities, 90 Connell, 92 in Hermiston, 88 Walla Walla, 89 degrees in Yakima. We have June's full moon Friday night. It's called the Strawberry Moon, but it's still going to appear full tomorrow night and throughout the weekend. So the moon will rise tomorrow evening at 8:20. It'll rise about an hour later, 9:24 Friday night, and the weather will cooperate. We'll be seeing a mainly clear sky, and the full moon over the next few days will be pretty low in the sky, so it's going to appear bigger. So a pretty nice sight to see. 90s return tomorrow for the first day of summer and then continue right into the weekend. Saturday still looking like the hottest day, 96. And then we drop it down into the 80s as the wind picks up with our next front. Sunday next week looking closer to average, low to middle 80s. 84 today in Yakima, 89 tomorrow, 90s Friday and Saturday, and then we're back down into the 80s. Walla Walla, 82 today, 88 tomorrow with a few more clouds, and then we'll see those 90s Friday and Saturday. Hermiston, 87 today, 90s start up tomorrow and continue right into Saturday afternoon. Ladies?
Thank you, Tiffany. Well, millions of Americans are under heat alerts this week, and households and businesses might want to think about how extreme heat could impact their bottom line.
Karen Kaifa has a look at some of the numbers and ways for households to safely cut costs.
Extreme heat is becoming more frequent and more costly.
We would never think about planning for wildfire season or hurricane season just during those seasons.
Ashley Ward of the Duke University Heat Policy Innovation Hub says that these punishing heat waves make it more expensive to cool a home.
When temperatures overnight don't fall below 75 degrees, for example, it doesn't give the body or any living thing or our energy systems time to recover from that daytime exposure.
David Tinsley, senior economist for the Bank of America Institute, says their analysis found higher average temperatures boosting consumers' average monthly utility payments by 23% since 2019.
All the data is suggesting that these heat waves are hotter and are lasting longer. And so when that occurs, people have to turn up their aircon and leave it on longer, and that's adding to cost.
There's a burden on businesses, too. In a 2023 report, the U.S. Congress Joint Economic Committee cited data pointing to more than 2.5 billion hours of lost labor across certain sectors like agriculture, construction, and manufacturing.
These extremes of heat are really impactful. So it does have a somewhat depressing effect on the overall economy.
Extreme heat can also disrupt the airline industry. When air is hot and less dense, planes need less weight or more runway for takeoff. That can lead to bumped passengers or baggage or canceled flights. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
And we'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast.
But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the Florida plastic surgeon accused of killing his wife during a procedure.
I'm in year 42 and we've never arrested a doctor for performing a surgery gone bad on his own wife.
Dr. Ben Brown now facing charges for second-degree felony homicide, manslaughter by culpable negligence. His wife's family speaking out.
For him to take that away from me, to take the life of their mother away from my grandkids, and as wonderful a person that she was, I just hope he spends the majority of the rest of his life in prison.
The doctor accused of the crime telling GMA that all safety and medical protocols were strictly followed. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on this case and hear from a former patient. With your GMA First Look, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
If you have wet AMD, you never want to lose sight of the things you love. Some things should stand the test of time. Long-lasting Eylea HD could significantly improve your vision and can help you go up to 4 months between treatments. If you have an eye infection, eye pain or redness, or allergies to Eylea HD, don't use. Eye injections like Eylea HD may cause eye infection, separation of the retina, or rare but severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye. An increase in eye pressure has been seen. There's an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke associated with blood clots. The most common side effects were blurred vision, cataract, corneal injury, and eye floaters. and there's still so much to see. If you are on Eylea or a similar type of treatment, ask your retina specialist about Eylea HD today for the potential for fewer injections.
Now, the morning sprint.
Welcome back. Time right now is 6:53.
We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. Starting off your top stories, Franklin County Administrator Mike Gonzalez is asking to be let out of his contract with the county. The announcement comes amid an ongoing criminal investigation into several elected county officials.
Now, there was a county commissioners meeting yesterday. However, Gonzalez was not there. Gonzalez was granted whistleblower protections in January after he reported what he believed to be misconduct by Franklin County officials. That triggered an investigation into Chairman Rocky Mullen, Commissioner Clint Didier, and Auditor Matt Beaton. Some of the people involved in the investigation are being accused of witness tampering, criminal conspiracy, and official misconduct. The case has been forwarded to the Snohomish County Prosecutor's Office for possible charges, and we reached out to Mike Gonzalez about his asking to be let out of his contract, and to see what he said, head to our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
The city of West Richland is considering allowing cannabis sales within city limits. Many people have made their voices heard at West Richland City Council meetings, but Monday night, meeting attendees were told they would not be allowed to comment on pot shops anymore because there's an advisory vote coming up in August. If you do make a comment on the upcoming vote for pot shops during public comment time, there could be fines. Those fines range from $5,000 or being prosecuted by the state. However, those fines are not on the citizen, that actually be on the city for allowing the use of the facility for promotion or opposition.
An update on a missing persons case that's drawn statewide attention. 21-year-old Nadia Cole disappeared from SeaTac Airport May 29th. Investigators initially said she and 21-year-old Aaron Ong may have driven to Mexico with Ong's 2-year-old daughter, who was supposed to be returned to her mom on June 3rd. There is an arrest warrant out for Ong, who was also last seen on May 29th. And yesterday, investigators from the FBI joined Moscow and Pullman police officers to search a home that belongs to Ong's parents. Information is still limited, and Pullman police say they got a search warrant, but nobody was arrested.
Representative Dan Newhouse toured a local recovery house in Kennewick yesterday. The tour was at Seasons for Home on Hood Avenue. 15 men currently live together inside the house and work on rebuilding their lives. Newhouse and others discussed the importance of recovery housing for addicts, which was a topic of discussion at his most recent Central Washington Fentanyl Task Force meeting.
The federal government released a report yesterday formally acknowledging for the first time how building dams on the Snake and Columbia rivers hurt tribes in the Pacific Northwest. The report says the dams devastated salmon runs, flooded villages, and burial grounds, and are still to this day limiting treaty fishing rights. The report also has recommendations about how the federal government can take action in the future to address those impacts. And we'll check in now with Tiffany for a final look at your first alert forecast this morning. Hey, Tiffany.
Good morning, Jessica and Jill, and the weather's looking good for any Juneteenth events going on across the region. We're taking a live look out of our Pasco Skycam, our Dust Devil Skycam in Pasco, I should say. Wall-to-wall sunshine out there. Temperatures are still on the chilly side, but they'll be in the 50s at the top of the hour. 45 in the Tri-Cities. We're now up to 50 in Prosser, 47 in Hermiston, 48 Pendleton, and 48 degrees in Yakima. We have a big event going on. It's the Juneteenth Day of Service at Kurtzman Park in Pasco. That'll start at 11, go through 1 o'clock. So at 11 o'clock, 73 degrees, not bad. It'll feel nice outside, a light wind, lots of sunshine, 80 degrees at 1 o'clock. So be sure to pack the sunscreen and take the sunglasses with you. Highs today in the middle 80s in the Tri-Cities, 86, 87 in Hermiston, 82 in Walla Walla, and 84 in Yakima. So we will be about 8 to 10 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday. The 90s return tomorrow for the first day of summer. Isn't that just fitting? 92 tomorrow, 94 on Friday, and then 96 Saturday before we see our next cool down. Starting Sunday, that's where our next front will move in. It'll bring more wind and bring those 80s back. 84 today in Yakima, 89 tomorrow. Then we have 2 days with highs in the 90s before we return to the 80s. 82 in Walla Walla today, lots of sun for Juneteenth. 88 tomorrow for the first day of summer, and then we have 90s Friday and Saturday. 90s start up tomorrow in Hermiston, lasting through Saturday. Ladies.
Thank you, Tiffany, and thanks for watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next.
You can always find the latest updates on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Have a great day.